Rejection hurts, but what if I told you that it was actually setting you up for something better? Here are 5 tips on how to handle rejection like a pro. Rejection is not fun for anyone. Trust me, I know. I'm in a season where I am looking for new opportunities within my career, and rejection is inevitable. However, it's how you handle those rejections. And trust me when I tell you, I have had some lows with rejections, and now I feel like I'm able to overcome them. So I wanted to share some tips with you. My first tip is to don't fake it till you make it and actually feel those emotions. There's nothing wrong with rejection. We all go through it, but how you handle it will set you up for your next opportunity. I was really excited about this new job, and I interviewed. I thought it went really well, and when I didn't get it, I was very disappointed. And because I had raved about it, I told all my friends about it. They asked me, like, what happened? And I was stuck. But I knew that I had to be authentic, and a couple of them I was faking it by saying, oh yeah, it was no big deal, but I really felt it. Once we got off the phone, I really felt the heaviness of not getting it. So what I offer to you is to know that rejection happens to everyone. We have experienced it in relationships, in our careers, in family members. It's everywhere, but how you handle it is the most important. So you don't have to fake it. You can acknowledge and give yourself permission to feel those emotions. Just don't camp out there and stay there. That's when it gets too heavy for anyone. So just make sure that you're acknowledging your feelings and you can move past it. Tip number 2, separate your no from your worth. I found this was the one that I needed someone to tell me the most, whether it was relationships or career driven. That's a hard pill to swallow, and it's hard to not correlate your worth to that no. Sure that you understand that rejection doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just is not your opportunity. Whether that's with a relationship, you're dating someone and they say this is not going to work out, that just wasn't the relationship for you. There's something better. So just make sure that you understand it does not correlate with your worth. It's just one person saying no or one person saying not for me. It's okay. It's not a sign that you're not worthy of something greater, and something greater might be coming. Just remember that. Tip number 3, reframe the story in your mind. So instead of saying, oh no, I failed, just say that wasn't for me. All of these tips will help you, and they kind of commingle with each other. So make sure that you reframing the story and not saying I'm not good enough or this didn't work out. But look at it as, although this did not work out, might be for me to go in another direction. And I think that that's the main thing that people sometimes miss, that rejection is sometimes redirection. And accept that and give yourself permission to understand that, acknowledge it, and move past it. Because every opportunity is not meant for you. Every relationship is not meant for you. However, sometimes there's a lesson to be learned. And as long as you're open to that, you'll be able to move forward. Tip number 4, keep shooting your shot, because every no gets you closer to that one yes that you need. So whether that's relationships, understand that going through the motions and learning more about what it is that you want out of a relationship, what it is that you want in a mate or your ideal relationship is very important. So make sure that you understand, you keep shooting your shot, because the next opportunity will be your best opportunity. Also with career, I have experience where a no will get me down, especially being an entrepreneur. Sometimes you feel that all those no's are just there. It's a punch after a punch after a punch. But I want to reassure you that it only takes one yes. It doesn't take 1,000 yes. It takes one yes for you to succeed in whatever it is that you want. So I want you to remember that and find peace. Every no is a step closer to the yes. It might be 50 no's before you get that yes that will change your life, change your relationship status. I think it just takes one perfect fitting for you and that perfect person to come together. It doesn't take a million yeses for anything. It takes one yes, and those no's will build your character up. So when you get that yes, you're prepared. Tip number 5, flip the perspective. I think you also need to look at the side that on one side, you're sad because of the rejection. On the other side, what's on the other side? It might be a better situation for you. The rejection is the win. And sometimes the rejection, as mentioned before, is redirection. You have to go through that no or go through that rejection in order to propel you forward into something that you couldn't even imagine. For example, you might have a rejection or someone might tell you no on a business deal that would give you access to their store. That no has then the yes that you needed. Instead of having access to that one store, you now have access to 20 stores. Their network was 20 stores instead of that one. Because if you would have accepted that one, that would have took up so much of your time that you would not have the span to put in the work for the 20. So remember, sometimes that rejection will prepare you for something bigger. And it's a win. If you lost your job, that rejection, I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm in property management. When I was younger, in my younger career, I remember being a leasing professional, and I worked at a property for, I think, 2 years. And I told myself, I think I'm ready to be assistant manager. I'm ready to be a manager, and I'm ready to take that next step. Taking that next step and applying for jobs that you're not at that level. However, you're applying for assistant manager jobs, but your resume only says leasing. It's hard for you to find that opportunity. I kept applying for jobs, and I kept getting rejected for a year and a half. A year and a half, I applied. And finally, someone gave me the opportunity, and they seen the potential in me. And during the interview, I listed out all of the things, all of the characteristics, everything that I have done, and they gave me the opportunity. Within that opportunity, I was there at the property for 6 months, and then my manager left. When my manager left, he said, "I think you're ready." Now listen, I just wanted to be assistant manager, but having someone believe in you, cultivate a type of drive in you. So he spoke to the regional at the time and said, "I think you should give her a chance." So I became the acting manager. With that, after I was the acting manager for 2 or 3 months, I became the manager. I share this story with you because sometimes all of those no's was a no because it wasn't the right opportunity. And it was setting me up for an opportunity that when it came, it surpassed what I thought I was getting. I thought I just wanted to be assistant manager. But waiting and being patient and just not letting rejection overcome my mind and really dilute my mindset and make me believe that I'm never going to get that position. Being persistent in that year and a half, but also having the drive, it sets you up for an opportunity. So all of those rejections in the end was a win. And that's what I want you to realize, that sometimes that opportunity is not for you. There's a better opportunity with a better environment, a better person, a better mentorship, a better price, a better deal, whatever that may be. just understand. Sometimes you have to flip that perspective and understand that no is just going to make that win down the road that much better, and it might be a better opportunity for you. And sometimes rejection is not the end. It could be the plot twist to your story. One rejection that ended up being a blessing or another opportunity. Why don't you share in the comments? I would love to hear success stories on how rejection at first got you down, but it turned out to be your biggest plot twist in your success. I would love to hear it. Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.